everyone, welcome or welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Ellen, and I make a lot of artsy type content with DIYs, a lot of repurposing of clothes, fashion videos, and the occasional lifestyle and travel video. If that's the kind of content that you enjoy, then you're in the right place. In this video, I will be dyeing 5 different clothing articles from my wardrobe that I never wear because I do not like the colors very much. The first piece is this sweater that I thrifted fairly recently, and I thrifted this with the express intent of dyeing it a different color because I do not like the color beige on me, and I don't really like it in general, so there we are. The next piece is this Free People tunic top, which you can't really see it in the video, but it does have some really little stains underneath this lace lining portion. I also don't like how see-through this bottom layer is, and I think that if I dye it a different color, that might solve the issue. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but I'm gonna find out. This is another article of clothing I plan on dyeing green. I'll probably throw it in the same dye bath as the beige piece and maybe one other item of clothing. I might have worn this piece once in its current condition or color, and I don't remember liking it that much, but I do like the style. So once it's dyed a different color, I'm hoping it will get a little bit more wear in my closet. Piece number 3 is this tunic top. I'm pretty sure this maybe could be a dress on a shorter person, but on me it's definitely more of a tunic. But I like how flowy and roomy it is. I don't particularly love the solid white. I actually think that because it's solid white, the style just makes me look bigger than I actually am. Don't get me wrong, I do love white colored clothing, but it has to be a certain style for me to want to wear it, and this just isn't it. I also think that if I dye this green, I'm gonna get a really cool effect because it has embroidery on the sides, and pretty much every item of clothing I've dyed that had embroidery, it always ends up looking really cool. Usually because the embroidery thread doesn't take the dye as well as the rest of the fabric, so you end up getting really, really neat contrast in the garment. I'm really hoping that happens here. The next item I will be dyeing is this super cute dress, which I fell in love with the style of this when I pulled it off the rack. I just love these little pleats. I feel like the silhouette is really flattering on me. The color, not so much. So I'm gonna see how this goes, but I'm gonna put this in a red wine dye bath, and I'm hoping that it comes out as kind of a brownish burgundy, but I don't know what to expect, so I'm a little nervous because I do genuinely like this dress and I don't want it to be ruined. The 5th and final piece that I will be dyeing is this red dress. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate this color. I actually genuinely love red, and that is why it's going in the wine red dye bath. I just want to dye it a darker shade of red. It's interesting, on camera, it's reading as a deep red, but in person, it's a little bit lighter than that and very, very bright. If I dye this a darker shade of red, I will definitely be more likely to wear it.
A few moments later.
Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm wearing beige, even though I said I don't like beige, but this is one of my paint shirts. I'm wearing my paint clothes because I don't want to get dye on any of my nice clothes. And I already stained this shirt making tomato soup. Not that that matters, but that's how that happens. I have sped up the process. My water is already heated up and ready to go. I have my dye ready as well. I've added the salt and dish detergent to the water, which helps the dye process somehow, based off of what I read in the instructions. And when I said that I was going to dye the white shirts green, what I meant to say was I was going to attempt to get kind of a teal color by combining this dark green shade with this blue color, which is sapphire blue. So I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's worth a shot, right? So I think I'm gonna start with the 3 tops, and let's see how this goes. So in the instructions, it said to wet the item before adding it to the dye bath. So I added water to my sink. Gosh, I'm really nervous because that color did not look teal at all. It looked purple. And I genuinely do not know what to expect. In she goes.
1 hour later.
I think these are done. They've been soaking for maybe about 40 minutes. And I think they are good to go. So what I'm gonna do is transfer them carefully. Now all I've got to do is discard the dye in the sink, and I'm gonna get started on the next batch. It's already getting dark outside. The days are shorter now, so the lighting has changed, but I'm gonna go ahead and dye these. Same process, just a different dye color. After this, I am definitely done for the day because I need to wash the pieces, get out any residual dye from them, and then hang them to dry so I can share the finished product with you all. Hello and good morning. I have now finished the dye process and I cleaned everything and dried it. This is the first piece. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I am not entirely sure about kind of this splotchiness that's happening in the dye. Splotchy sounds like such a negative word, but I don't really know how else to describe it. This happened a little bit to the other pieces as well, but this one especially, maybe because it's a synthetic fabric, which makes me think that maybe trying to dye this a second time wouldn't actually change the results that much. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you think I should try dyeing it again or just leave it as is. I do kind of like the variation in color. It almost reminds me of something that a siren or a fairy might wear just because of the shades of blues and greens that are in there. So it's almost a little bit like a tie-dye type situation. I've paired the top with one of my favorite skirts and these boots. I do think that if I wanted to style this outfit for fall, I would need a layering piece, which brings me to, this is, I think, the only cardigan I own that might go with this outfit, and that's okay. The pros of this are I love the color. The cons are, even though I do like the pattern of the knit of this top, the material, it kind of bunches and scrunches when I wear it, and it's very long, so the bunching and scrunching gets kind of like, it becomes a problem a little bit, and I don't particularly know how to fix that other than tucking it into a skirt. I actually think it looks good styled this way. Here, let me show you what it looks like untucked. I did try styling this with jeans, but I feel like with blue jeans, there wasn't enough contrast. So this was my solution. This is what it looks like untucked, and this is what I mean by scrunching and bunching. So if I lift my arms, it does that. And that is why I had it tucked in. But yeah, that is piece number one. Let me know in the comments what you think, if it needs to be dyed a second time, maybe, or if I should just leave it the way that it is. I was even thinking, because it reminds me of something that a siren might wear, I could embroider some beads into the fabric and that could look really cool. So yeah, let me know. Okay, can we just take a moment to appreciate how much fun contrast happened with the dye process and this piece? I love this so much more than when it was solid white. It's kind of interesting to see how different parts of pieces like this absorb almost different colors in the dye bath, because as you may remember, I combined sapphire blue RIT dye with dark green RIT dye, and different parts of this seem to have absorbed the sapphire blue, whereas other parts absorbed more of the green. So now there's just fun contrast and you can see all the details, whereas before it just kind of was all washed out and there was obviously zero contrast. I also like that it is not really see-through anymore because of the dark color. So I feel a lot more comfortable wearing this. Okay, I genuinely like the tie-dye effect that I got with this piece. It's kind of, as you can see, definitely varied in colors throughout this chiffon portion. And the interesting part is the lining dyed this, well, sapphire blue color, while the outer layer absorbed more of the teal and dark green shades, as well as the lace. So this embroidery absorbed the sapphire blue and this lace absorbed more of the green. So the dyeing process definitely made the different elements of this tunic pop. I think I will remove this ribbon because I still, even though it dyed a blue shade that matches the rest of the top, I still don't feel like it matches the top because it is this satiny material and there is no satin anywhere else in this tunic. And it's just throwing me off. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm planning on fixing. The second thing I'm planning on making alterations to is the waistline. Even though I love the color of this top now and the embroidery and details, I'm not a huge fan of the way that it looks on me. I actually think that this makes me look bigger. I was hoping that changing the color might change the way that it looked when I'm wearing it, but I mean, it didn't change the shape. I don't know why I was thinking that. So yes, in the future, because I know what color combo of dye to use, I might get some white chiffon fabric and dye it a similar shade to this and make either some kind of belt or sash, or I might even add some ties to the sides so that I can at least kind of like cinch in the waist somehow. Overall, I think it's a cute top, and much like many things in my life, I'm gonna keep working on it. So this is not a huge difference from what it was before, but it is definitely one or two shades darker than it was, and I definitely like this shade of red more than the other one, which was closer to kind of an orangey red. So I will be reaching for this more, and on the plus side, if I decide that I want this to be a little darker, I can always dye it again. So I used wine red for this. I was actually expecting this to become a darker shade of red, like a much darker, like almost burgundy, but I ended up with more of like this Christmas or even like blood red. It's very pretty. I kind of knew that almost all the elements of this dress were 100% cotton, and dyeing it definitely proved to me that it was, because even the embroidery, which it does have embroidery, it has it in the sleeves, these little eyelet details, they took the dye as well. So the whole dress is almost the same color, which I think it's beautiful. Paired it with my little red stiletto heels, and I would probably wear this in the future with like a black jacket and maybe a black bag. Here it is with a black dress coat that I own. I mean, I'm not sure how well these go together. I don't think the shoes work well with this outfit. I feel like there needs to be something tying it all together. So, okay. Look number 2 with the shoe. I think it... I don't even know why I posed like that. I do think that this is an improvement with the black shoe because it kind of pulls the whole outfit together. And I do think the 2 pointed necklines, because the dress has a pointed neckline and so does the jacket, I do think they look really nice together. I don't know when the heck I would ever wear this, but I do genuinely love this jacket. I think the last time I wore it though was when I served grand jury duty. I like the shape of this jacket, I like the structure of it, I'm just not entirely sure it goes with this dress. I do love the combo of the colors red and black, so this does make me kind of happy. It also reminds me of some Disney villains, namely Gaston, and I'm not sure that is the look I'm going for because I do not, in fact, use antlers in all of my decorating. I'm not sure about the black leggings with this dress. I actually think there's a little too much contrast going on there, so I might do maybe nude leggings in the future, or even black ones that are a little more sheer, because these are definitely not that sheer. Overall, I absolutely love this new color. The fabric, because I'm pretty sure it's a synthetic blend, did not take the dye as evenly as I was hoping, but I don't really have an issue with some of the variations of, I guess, shading, if you want to call it that, that's happening in the dress. I actually feel like it gives it a little bit more character. And since I do lean into kind of more edgy and somewhat grungy styles, I like the tie-dye-ish effect that it's giving. I definitely love this color on me way more than that mustard color, for sure. I think it complements my hair and eye color and skin tone so much better, and it's such a cute fall dress. Okay, I think the nude stocking definitely looks a lot better. I mean, it's not like stockings keep you that warm during the winter months, but at least it's an extra layer if you want to wear something like this when it's colder out. So that is option number 2. But yes, overall, I'm very pleased with the results of this dress. I can't wait to style this for fall. I think I might wear it next week because Thanksgiving is coming up, and it's just so cute. I love the pleating details and the belt. That is the last piece. Let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know if you think I should re-dye any of the blue/green pieces, maybe to a darker shade. I'm pretty pleased with how the red ones turned out, so I don't think I'm gonna try and dye them again. I will say that this dress was quite a bit of fabric to fit into my 3-gallon pot on the cook stove. So I think it's a 3-gallon pot. Maybe it's 5-gallon, I don't know. But I did have a little trouble getting it in there, which I think is why there were some variations in the dye when it was done, but it's fine. I mean, it's all part of the process. You kind of got to expect the unexpected when you're dyeing clothes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what kind of styling videos you might like to see in the future, or craft and DIY videos. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see others like it, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell button so you can be notified next time I upload a video. Well, until the next one, I am out. Bye!
When your love is shining, it's a supernova.